Hello and welcome back to Songs of SYX, to our second episode of our Amevian tutorial series. Here we are, back again. Sorry for the delay. I have been very busy in the background, as I always say, but I think things are finally cooling down in my personal life. Thank the Lord. Thank a minion to make sure which one we're worshipping here. Welcome back, though. Welcome back. If you didn't watch the first episode because you've seen the first episode a million times and you've seen how I do the beginning of a city, that's fine. I expect that. If you're here for what would be 50 to, I'm going to call 150 population, roughly, like, we're going to try to do 5 parts. So 50, and then to 50 to 150, 150 to 5, and then 5 to 750, and then probably 750 to 1,000. Should be 5, I think. That way we can, in the future, if anyone watches these videos back, of course they probably will be, you will be able to understand what part of the game you're at. You won't have to go and rewatch the 0 to 50 part because you've made a village like this a million times. You can go and watch the 50 to 150 or etc, whatever number you need to get to. Regardless, in the last episode, I went over the basic services that I needed to get, and I missed one. I always miss one. And it's okay, though, because you can get away with that. We are going to put a little lavatory in here, so this is matching the same size. I think I could probably get away with a decent-sized one. I said little, but to be honest, if I can build it now and get it out of the way, I usually like to. So 134 services. The problem with that building size is that it's not going to work out the way I want it to. So we'll do something like that. And put these in here. So Amevians don't use the bathroom very often. So they're not going to need this. But because we have excess furniture and it's made of mud, I don't really mind making it a big building. And we're going to make our stone roads. So if you didn't know, this whole series is going to be following along closely with what I do to get to population levels. And as you can see, right now we're just building the fight pit and the lavatory, and I'm going to let those build. Patience. Patience is a very key, crucial part of the game. I think that you unlock training at titles right here, 75. So actually, I'll follow these 140. We'll go for 140, or maybe even 220. Something like that, one of the title levels, because that way people know. Yeah, I kind of went over that one, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. I try not to be too anal with things, because, you know, I come from a very strict and authoritative background, and I don't like it. I personally don't like things like that, so I try to make all my videos and series just flow, if that makes any sense. Just everything's supposed to flow. You could watch this back in a year or two and still hopefully enjoy the same content that you would have enjoyed today if you were to watch it today. So if you're one of those people in the future, thank you, because the people who watch later are also just as important as the people who watch today. Videos, you know, they stay up forever, and that's part of the reason why I started doing this, is because I felt that I wanted to leave some sort of lasting legacy on gaming. Not in any sense of like I'm better than people, but just something that people can remember. Because I do a lot of stuff. I build these cities, and if you guys watch my Ostrich series, I built a pretty nice city in that, and all these different games that I play. Especially SYX. SYX is the primary one. So, that's that. and I've always wanted to just leave some kind of lasting impact in the gaming sphere. So this is my attempt at doing so. And I know it definitely drives people up a wall when I talk about it, but I probably piss them off enough already, and they left long ago, like the spiffing Brit. The bastard. It's gonna be part of my lore. I do it jokingly, I hope it's not annoying to people, but it's part of my lore now that I have a deep-seated hatred for British and other people, except for Sir Jellybean. If Sir Jellybean... He never watches these videos. He's actually a good friend of mine, though. If you're unfamiliar, I drew his YouTube profile picture back before I made my YouTube channel. So I've always been interested in art and drawing and doing other things for people. And I always try to. I currently can't do much art because of the way my life is scheduled. But I'm looking forward to doing more emojis and stuff. I know when I started, I was putting out, I think I have 50 plus emojis on the Discord. I know people probably don't know all this stuff too because I don't talk about it. It's been a while since I moved and all of these things, since I actually feel good again. Finally. The whole move was a miserable, depressing experience, and everything that led up to it was miserable. So finally back to feeling better after 2 or 3 months, and it's been due mostly in part to taking these longer breaks, getting in more sleep, drinking better, you know, not better like alcohol. I don't drink alcohol, like water and stuff, just drinking and eating better, or trying to at least, stuff like that. This is very boring, nonsensical stuff because I'm waiting for these guys to finish the fight pit. But irregardless, I always did want to have some form of like a vlog, because I see all these new things that are coming out and I always want to talk about them, but I'm not organized, like I said, in the way to produce like edited documentary style videos, although my school knowledge comes from mostly film background. That's why I do a lot of film like videos, because my background is in film and art and graphic design and digital design and all these other things they have names for, which I don't know. Regardless, we finally got our arena. I'm just blabbing. I just find that this is the stuff that I think a lot about on my free time, and I always go, oh, I should have said something about that, and I just completely brained over it because I'm focused on telling you guys, okay, this is what I've got, and then I just move on to the next video. With these styles of videos, and not everyone's gonna like them, I get the chance to actually talk and be myself, because we have to fucking sit here and wait for these bastard Suzuki Takahama. They all have, I guess they're like kind of Japanese, Asian, Tool, Shea, Aves, Nesson. Nah, they're kind of in between South American. Jake does a fantastic, phenomenal job when it comes to actually naming these characters. I don't know how he does or what he does, but it's amazing. We're also going to get 5 immigrants. So now that we have the fight pit, you can see our services are going to go up right here. So we have a stage, speaker, hearts, food stall, well, and then I also I just neglected to mention, we give these guys access. Go here and click access and give them access to these and fishies. And I'm actually going to go in here and use a little bit more technology. Any spare tech we have should probably go towards this. And then the next building I build, I'll try to actually get the upgrade. But with the lavatory built, and then we need to get a market. So we'll build that over. How long is this building? It's 9. So build this one like the same. I think it's like that. Yeah. Perfect. And that'll be good for 54 people. This is just a small starter service zone. I'll probably put one over here as well. For now, I'm gonna try... I'm mostly experimenting in V.66 because there's no real way to do anything. Like, there's no dedicated, this is how you do it, design. So I'm always experimenting. I'm gonna try to probably do the smaller services until the midpoint of the game when I'll build larger ones, when I can upgrade them. I need a fisher. We're gonna get another fishery in here. So I think I built, yeah, I built over that all there. It has to be connected to another portion. So see this area, I can't get that because there's no way to connect it here, which stinks. I'll get some of that. Try to, yeah, fuck. I can't get any of that water in there. That's fine. We're gonna put a new fishery in here because we need more and more fish. Always more fish are necessary in our society here. 32 fishermen should be good. And then let's just put this along the coast. Like so. Yeah, there's no reason to put that there. So we'll put storage right here. 28, 22, perfect. Very cheap buildings and amazingly effective. What's a stockade look like? I don't want to see that. Oh, we need wood. That's the problem. Maybe we'll do the stockade look with these guys here. Oops, I did not mean to do that. I was shift clicking. I was trying to clear all those jobs. It's an important thing not to give them too many jobs because they will be sitting there doing those jobs forever. And you can see now that we have the lavatory, our services boosted us up to get way more people. So we have a little bit over the amount of population we probably want. So what we're gonna do is add some more housing. And as these guys are living in mud houses, this house here is free. Everything is free. These people build their buildings for completely free. I kind of like the stockade look. Let's see. Let's build the stockade around here and see how that feels. And if I like it or not. My freaking cat, of course, has to keep. He's chilling outside for the vast majority of the time I'm not recording, and then he'll come in here and slam his head through the door. And people, I hope, don't think I'm like neglecting him in any way, because I do leave it open. He moves the thing that opens, like leaves it open, and then insists on like plowing his way through. But he is a very strong cat. I think people misunderstand that. He's a very tough boy. Oh, those actually, that looks pretty good. That looks way better. I like that look a lot more. It fits their little spiky little design there. It seems bigger though. That's the one thing I dislike. Seems like it takes up almost more space, but it's the same, so it's okay. Yes, brother. Freaking yelling in the background. You might not hear it because of my filter. Sometimes I feel like I'm crazy because I'll be talking in like response to something in the background, and then I go back and I edit the video, and I'll be like, oh, dang it, they didn't even hear it anyways. There was no audio for it because it didn't get caught because of the filter, and I feel like I'm crazy because of that. And people are probably like, "What the fuck is he talking to?" And usually, I'm not crazy. Normally, typically, but there are occasions when I blur the lines of sanity, like when I'm playing too much Song of SYX. All right, we got the market on. So we're gonna go click all of these. I wish that it just automatically defaulted to the things that you had, but Jake is working on that shit, so I guarantee you it will get fixed. Or not fixed, but like worked on. And we have space for wood, stone, and fish, and then I'm also gonna give space for clothes, and then I also needed to do something else. So when they come into town, make them drop clothes. So you can have them come in and they'll take a clothing off, and then we'll put some storage space in here for clothes. So they're all going to come over here and they're going to take off their excess clothes, put it in here. We'll get some storage. Then they're going to come over here, put that back on the market so that at least everyone has a pair of clothing. That will get their happiness. It's kind of like a double-edged sword where it doesn't really do you justice, but it's gonna make sure everyone has clothes for longer, and you won't need to worry about making clothes, which that's currently my next goal. After I get this fishery done, we're gonna have excess workers there, we're gonna have housing here, and we're gonna want to start to get some form of production for clothing or things like weapons, because we don't have, actually no, we do have weapons. We're making warhammers. We have a couple guys in here. We can actually put a couple more. Put this up to 9. Get our laborers working, and then every spare laborer, I said, should be working at a workstation so that they have max on their occupation and everyone is 100% employed. But like I said, Amevians are extremely loyal and very happy people, so it's very unlikely for them to leave or cause any problems. Very, very unlikely. If you're just running an Amevian city, you could probably turn this off here too. Yeah, they're only eating fish. Then you will likely never lose to things like riots, things like, religion and interior structures stuff. But like wars coming after you, people trying to fight you, of course, they don't like you, and they're going to try to kill you. So your goal is to not let them do that and kill them first. And the Amevians, they are good at that too. Let me tell you, they are very good at it. So I think what we'll do is, yep, this is the 4th time my cat has gotten in and out of the door. Stop doing it, brother! You bastard! Let's put another shrine in here. It fits, but it doesn't. And that's the problem. We'll leave it like that, because I don't want it to like tuck in too much there. So speakers are 100%, but with these new houses over here, they're not going to have as good access. So we're going to want to put a speaker somewhere in here. May as well just put them here. And I'm taking into account for the fact that this is the actual size of the road. Try to make sure you do that. I early on when I used to play this game, I wouldn't do that, and I'd kind of fumble myself. And I'd be like, oh, dang it, I meant to make this road like this wide, but I didn't. And the reason I'm not doing that is the same reason certain people will play the game without building any roads, because of the degradation and the maintenance cost. But they don't have to maintain mud buildings like that. There's no resources, nothing. So the janitor just comes over and fixes it with nothing. So a Amevian city can have roads. They can have lots more roads. They can have a lot more things that degrade, because the janitor's only job is, normally what's keeping him is to grab the resources. But with the resources right next to him, you can see they just come over here and they fix it. This guy will need some wood. It shows you if he needs a resource or not. I don't think they need even resources to fix the stone roads. I think they need it on the fine stone though. It's weird. Very weird. And we've got space for another 10 immigrants, but we'll go for 5. I always do half. Alright, we've got the training grounds, stockade, and slaver. Now, this is something that I didn't know. The stockade here is actually a guard. He actually has guard on there. So we can get this building. So it's going to be our production zone. This is our law, nobility. Everything's going to be over here. Where can we put this? We'll put this behind here. We could put a stockade in. Like so. And these gentlemen will actually maintain some law. In the sense of, like, they will arrest people. There we go. I kind of want to have more guards, though. So let's... yeah, we want at least a couple. Put it like that. And then put a road along here. And we don't want to enslave our people, so we're not going to build the slaver. Although, I don't think it matters. Yeah, they don't want to see that. Execution and pardons. That's what they like. Judge and stock. They're a loyally noble race here. And actually, I'm gonna remove that. We're gonna do this instead. Yep, okay, good. It's gonna take more service workers to run these buildings, but that's fine. And actually, I only need one guy. Nah, two's fine. The reason you want two, at least for certain buildings, is while one is doing things like jobs, services, and other things, sometimes it will go and do side jobs. The other one will be working here. That way the services never go down. So for example, here, we should probably have two. So that way, if there is a problem, they will always have someone here grabbing more food. We've got our two spare speakers here. Put this road through here. Put this road through here. And the expansion is going well. It's going well. And this is 60, 60. We could probably put more houses in here. I'm not going for design, really. I'm just going for functionality. I put these little decorations in here and there for fun, but in reality, the whole goal is that you want to get the functionality of your city up. And I should be selling furniture, but I'm not. I think it's because I'm so focused on everything else. But you don't have to jump into the game. I think a lot of people get this feeling like they need to just jump forward and start going ham. You don't have to do that. You can really relax and play your way. And that's what I was talking about when I said that I wanted to do something, not like a podcast, because everyone and their mom has a fucking podcast, and it's annoying as shit. At least do something in the background to, like, I don't know how they never thought of this, but podcast with gaming. Like, they've tried it with, like, Conan. Conan used to play games with certain celebrities who literally couldn't fucking play a video game. But if you were to grab, like, actual real gamers and, like, have a gaming session with them and be like, what's up, man? How you doing? Let's play this game today. I've always felt like that was a good one. But internet culture and entertainment and all this shit is death. It's the worst thing that ever happened to our society. I'm just kidding. But in a way, it is kind of. It's just a lot of brain dead material. Like I find myself spending way too much time on things like shorts and all that stuff. Like, definitely one of my bigger influences for making decent content, and also not making shorts. I don't like making them. I am very aware of how effective they can produce good content for you. Like, it just explodes and everyone watches it. But the problem is, you get dislikes. You also get people who will sub, but they will never watch your video ever. And therefore, because of that, YouTube thinks that you've fallen off. Like, the comments say, oh, he's got 2 views after 4 hours, and then they don't watch. And YouTube goes, okay, well, let's triple that and give it to the next guy. As the fucking shorts, all these stupid fucking shorts, they're all dumb. And TikTok and shit. I'm becoming the boomer that I once hated, but it's alright. I was always aware. And in my opinion, awareness is key. If you're at least aware of what you are, I respect you. Don't deny who you are. That's the worst thing for me. And that's kind of what YouTube and all these other things problems are, is that they deny to themselves and everyone else what they really are. And it's brain rot. To a degree. I learned a lot from certain YouTubes, like YouTube videos and especially history documentaries and stuff like that. But I guarantee you not everyone on YouTube is watching that. That's not the popular stuff. What's popular is watching Songs of SYX. And just kidding. No, it's not. It's probably the least popular thing. Hence why there's only six people who watch this. freaking game. But it's amazing. It's amazing. And the few people who do... There's not 6, there's a lot. But the few people who do watch it, they do make me feel like Songs of 6 will blow up. It just takes time. Not everyone is aware of this game. And I think that it's off-putting due slightly to its graphics. People want, like, Manor Lord's graphics because they think in 2024... I almost said 2025. That's where I'm living. In 2024 that we would have, like, every game be super HD graphics instead of vice versa, just better games. I think I'd prefer the better games. And I always saw that coming. How much... We need food. We have no food. Our fucking boys are eating fish at a rapid rate. Let's drop this down to 4. And drop this down to 6. Give these guys some more laborers here. And then get that. I'm gonna build another one of these bad boys. They give me 920 or 946. So we're gonna need another one. Another one. Right here. I want to do that, and then I'm gonna put a building in between there. That way we can get the upgrade. So we're, like I said, we're focused on knowledge and trying to produce something like fabric or clothing so that we can upgrade these fisheries. That's the idea. And actually, I have enough to trade. I may as well. Diplomacy. What's your trade? 17,000 still. Jesus, man. I'm waiting for them to potentially initiate an offer. Sometimes they will. We're also getting a fair amount of money. So why don't we do that? And then I think still for 39 we're only gonna get 5,000. He's just really expensive trade partner, that's all. Alright, let's put this up into full speed here. Full speed ahead. And put that, upgrade. So with the new upgrade there, that should help boost it. So I'm going to use the first points that I get here at the lab to immediately upgrade fishery one more time. And then we're going to wait until we get the max upgrade. I need 3 laborers from somewhere. Probably here. I don't want to pull laborers from somewhere, so I'm just going to import them. Yeah. I'd rather do that, because our food is coming back. Alright, 27. We'll hit the 100 mark. We're almost to the point of the end of this episode, which is good, because I don't have the infinite time I normally have in the background, because I threw my schedule off today, having an early nap that ended up being a longer nap. And now, here I am, much later in the day than I normally record. Stinks, but hopefully one day I'll be able to actually record as a job. And that way, I can record at whatever fucking time I please. And put out good stuff at all hours of the day. Yeah, I was gonna say, shouldn't we have 120 houses? I've got... Yes, the frickin' fishies are filling up. That's what I want to see, brothers. Alright, let's build a warehouse for that. Something like that. Wait, for real? That works? Oh, it's... I had it small, that's why. I'm stupid. Put that door there. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll leave a doorway on the sides here so they can go in and out, grab fish, put the road connecting it in here, and then should be good. we've got our 12 guys over here, and let's give them a little bit more. Yeah, it's 113. That's very cheap. Right there. And then I want 9 immigrants. So we're sitting at 120. So with this, we have law. Technically, from what I've seen from someone I said, they will arrest people, but I don't know if that means they will guard. I don't think they are guarding anything. But if I, for example, said to arrest somebody, they would. They would go and actually grab them, put them in the stockade. So that will keep your law issue. A lot of people say that the law is what's bothering them. Build the stockade. Just build it. That's it. And you're fine. You'll be chilling. This guy needs more wood. Let's cut some trees down. Look at these houses. They're so nice. Once we get our upgrade, that'll be basically it for the lab expenditure on like lab stuff. We're gonna spend it on other things like weaving and cotton stuff. I'm not convinced I want to do farming. I think that in this region I'm in, cotton gets a boost. Production, I forget how to check the region you're in. Like the temperature that you're at. I do remember that you can actually check it. Oh, we're in a temperate region. No, we're warm. But it doesn't say specifically right there. I'm pretty sure it's not the, obviously it's not the onks. It's got to be cotton. May as well just put the field in. Now. Something like that. That little nubbin is going to annoy the shit out of me. Alright, let's get that going. And then we need to forage wild cotton. That's not cotton. Why did that... Oh, there's 2 pieces of cotton. There. Pretty sure I told them to harvest the wild opiates, but that's okay. Get rid of that, put the opiate space, and then I also need some space for cotton. Like so. And they need 41 total to actually get that going, so the best way to do it is to do something like this. And then ask for 42, just 1 over. And then we can give him a couple. The hammers are a little more valuable to me, because I can physically use them. The way that those work for me in my brain is that the item that you use to fight is built. It degrades over time, but it doesn't get used like furniture. Furniture gets used, put into a building, gets replenished, and other things. So the expenditure on furniture is much higher, and it's easier to make comparatively to something like a warhammer, where the warhammers cost a lot, but once you have a warhammer, it's there. And like, for example, oh wait, we need an army. That was what I also needed to do. I do this frequently because I'm so used to the olden days, but it's okay because we still have a very low chance of being raided. So you saw what I did there is I removed all 3 regiments and I left just 1. So now that we've got that, let's go into military training ground. May as well put it over here with our babies. Put a big old building. And then it doesn't really matter how big you build it. Just make it so that there's enough space for a couple groups of guys to work on there. Ideally, when you're at a point of success, you can do like the actual size group, like 50. I think I want to do 25 here. But I want to rearrange the shape of it. Dang it. Trying to do it so that it's like somewhat aesthetic. 24. That works. The reason being is that it's not really hard to make a recruit. They really don't take too long to train. And we're just going to give them some warhammers. Let's go in here. Give them a warhammer. And I want to check barbershop. 2,900. That is a lot. The reason I'm looking at the barbershop is that the Amevians, when they go to the barber, I'm looking over here, I need iron too. When the Amevians go to the barber, they produce a small portion of leather. So because of that, we could eventually get the barber to kind of supplement our leather supply. And that would be amazing, amazing. Yep, and our services. To be expected though, this is what the issue starts to become. It's not that the size is a problem, it's mostly that it's the amount of people who are going by this area. So there's a lot of people who go to work. I think that the best way to do it would be like do the math. So there's 10 who go here, and there's 12 total services. So we probably should expand this down, triple the market size. And I'll probably do that in the next episode, as I'm focused on doing this right now. And ideally, let's get this structure to open up on this side so that they can get to that back end there. Doing good. They're very slow on knowledge. Holy crap. I'm used to humans where you build the lab and the knowledge is there. But I think that when it comes to that, if you think about it, they really don't do better, humans, simply because the knowledge is there, but they're not better overall. They can obtain the knowledge faster, but it doesn't mean they're smarter in any fashion. They're the same intelligence from my understanding, or at least a little bit smarter than these guys. I think 12 humans could hit 1,200, where these guys are at like 900, but that's not too bad. Alright, let's suspend this job here. Let's speed this up to 250 times speed. I want them to finish this building. Should be getting to it. And I also want to move this workstation right here. Awesome. Our boys are training. Let them train up in batches. Someone's starving to death? Oh, wait. Sorry. Whenever you have a lab, or a hatchery or whatever, you want to make sure it's the top priority. 20. 20 is the highest priority so that the people don't stop working there and your babies don't starve to death. Alright, now we've got this. This gentleman will have 2 workers and fill it up with fish, and we'll upgrade that. That way we never run out of space for our fish. Alright, put a little road in here. Put the road in there. Perfect, perfect. And then we can activate this job here. Put the stockade around it. I think that's the middle there. Wait, pause. Pause. Slow down. This is 8. 8. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't gonna fucking look shitty. Alright. Do that. And then delete that job back there. We don't need it like that. I'm gonna probably... Yeah, I'm gonna just do it now. No. What am I doing? I'm trying to hit this button. There we go. Okay. So our troops are training up. We got 23 trained boys. They're at .2 melee. Once you have a group, that's all you need to have. You don't need to worry about anything else. Then we got 130 here. Pop our population up a little bit more. I think it gave us... What did it give us? The ration maker. And the army supply depot. Which, really, you're not going to be using right now. And then, put these stockades in here. Okay, now let's go to here and ask for some more cotton. And then we're almost at the point where we can upgrade these. They're going to need 16 each. 32, 48. Okay. So we can upgrade those with... We'll order... May as well order it now. 50 iron. Oh my god, for 12,000? Jesus. What about wood? Sure. I saw some hammers too. That's crazy, man. 12,000 for 50 iron. What's our neighbor here selling that shit for? Yeah, I guess so. Alright, we got the cotton farm. And that is going to be useful for the fabric that we're going to need to have throughout the city. And I need to give this guy some space for iron. There we go, it's all sitting outside. Speed up time a little bit, there we go. Should be able to get the laboratory upgrade. Where is it? Down here. So, we go in here, upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. That actually looks more like... Well, I think that that's actually what it looks like all the time, because I'm so used to having the humans upgrade their lab first. And so that they're always upgraded labs. Yeah, I think that's why I always see them at like 1200. I think they all have about the same knowledge level. So that's perfect. Perfect, perfect. We are almost to the end of this episode, and if you haven't been really keeping along, like I sometimes feel like I'm jumping around. That's kind of the reason why I don't even show a lot of this stuff. I'm flying around. If you haven't really been paying close attention, I'm going to go over quickly. I just expanded population zone, expanded a few jobs that I felt were the most imperative, which is upgrading these to a higher level. So, for example, we could get this at 1200. Bricked roads. It would make our roads better and overall the road that they want. I don't think they want any other type of road. Their road preference should be this bricked road, yeah. So if for 1200 we can get their road preference maxed out, it seems like a stupid thing. Like, I think a lot of people will be like, well, why are you going for the road? Trust me. It's just what I do. It tends to work. Things like that, or decorations. Environmental things tend to help me more. It's not for everyone. And we need more housing, so what I'm going to probably do is build some housing over here. So that's 30 slots. Like so. Yeah. That way, these people are going to live and work over here specifically with the intention of just fishing. Those 30 guys are going to be fishers. Fishery people. Fishy people. And we're going to get 10. So we're going to say 145 for a little bit before I go to 150. And I think the 150 ambiguous number is fine. Because the titles don't mean shit. This shit is pointless. Once you get to this one, the 220, it's not... What? The chamber, the loyal, or the noble is not going to do you anything special. He's pretty self-explanatory. And speaking of which, with our new population, we also want to add a second well. Second large well. Of course, it's not going to fit in there. We can put it off to the side for now, because like I said, we're expanding. We will keep expanding. Put it like right there. Something like that. Although I think it's... Yeah, it was closer here. Let's grab the hearth. Like that. Perfect. That way we can keep up with our services. Also, we're going to put a road around our throne here. Speed up time. Our guys are training currently, so we have missing workers, but once they're at 10% melee training, they're going to hop back into the workforce. And actually, how much is the first level of training? Ooh, boyers. We need to obtain leather. But for the amount of technology we have right now, we could get archery. And this is where it's a free game, where you could pretty much go whatever tech route you want. There's no ideal one. Like I said, I'm thinking about doing the bricked roads. Oh, our babies are being born. Nice. Perfect timing, too. Made a couple babies born. Got our new well in. And the new hearth. Our troops are trained, and our harvest should come in pretty decently. Our fertility, workload, skill. So the species is a 0.7, but our climate is a boost, so we're sitting at 100 thanks to the climate. So technically they're no different than the average Joe when it comes to harvesting cotton here. Let's give him a couple extra storage spots for that. And I figure in the next one I'll actually build the weaver and get that going. This fabric, I think, is one of the things they actually... Nope, they don't use it. That's fine. But we do need it for fishery and other upgrades. There's a few other things that they like fabric for. Regardless, let's grab that last immigrant and call it 150. Here we go. We made it. Made it to 150. And if you've been following along and you're doing similar things in your city, basically just focused on your fish production, then you should be doing well too. You see at the population I have right now, I have 30 fishers here and 14 here, so roughly 45. Here, call it 45. Fishers for 150. I have a surplus of 1,000, and I have put 3 upgrades into fishing. Matter of fact, I probably put another one. Why am I so lost on this here? Probably put a couple more points into that right there. So we're at a 0.5. We look at our skill for fishing. Species, deep sea, plus the upgrade, plus technology. We're getting 42.1. That's pretty good. It's pretty dang good. So we're getting a lot of fishies per area. And we're doing very well on that. And we're going to hopefully fill this up. 10,000 fish, that's the goal. Focused primarily on just getting more and more housing. And I also wanted to comment, someone, I don't know if I commented back. No, I didn't. I think I just did in the comments. The Shrine to a Minion, it's definitely not my ideal. A Thuri is just someone who I don't play as when I do Amevians. They can worship a Thuri, but in my canon, in my head canon, I don't think that he fits what they're doing, because a Thuri is basically like the Dundarian's god. That's how I've always seen it. The Cantor's god. And if you look these guys, they don't like them. They don't like anyone. So in my mind, it's probably likely that they would like Praetor more, or Shmalor. A minion, of course, not very popular with them, because a minion and a Thuria are the two primary gods. The only reason I don't want Shmalor is for that stinky bug look. Maybe we'll switch back over to Krator. Let's look at what Krator is going to offer me. The pastures. I wish it covered fishing. It's the only thing. Something I might comment to Jake and say, maybe Krator farming and only husbandry though, so yeah, I guess that's why. But there's no boost for fishers. There needs to be a god of the fish. God damn it. Because these lizard people don't want to worship those stinky gods. They need their own god. Their own special god with fish. And Jake is working diligently on that. I haven't talked or uploaded a devlog. I want to change the name though, because I don't think it fits. Like, I'm not a dev, and I know people who watch the videos are like, he thinks he's a dev, and he's making a video, and Jake makes his own videos. How dare he? And it's like, Jake explicitly said, go for it. He said, I don't care. And the reason for that is he knows that any publicity is good publicity. It's not like I'm talking shit. I'm literally sitting there telling you guys exactly verbatim what he's putting out there. And you could read it and not watch my video, or you could watch my video and give me some help, you know? It's all good. It's all good. And so with his new devlog, though, in the video that I'll probably put out, I have to comment on a lot of the new stuff that's coming, kind of get people's interest, because there's going to be all different types of textures for the bottoms of buildings. So from my understanding, the new whales, speakers, all of these things are going to have the texture of that race or species. So for example, Garthimes are going to have an entirely dark bug theme, and that's why I'm waiting for the Garthimes, because I'm excited for the Garthimes. They're going to be a great one, and it'll be a great example to rub in Spiffing Brit's face, because that was the first thing he followed me back in the day for. I'm just kidding again. But still, canonically, the Fiend is now an enemy of Britain. As a New Englander, I will invade again and start a new revolution and annex Britain, I think technically that's the term, and turn them into a vassal state like in Songs of SYX. I promise. I promise. That is my promise to you if I become president this year. I think it's this year. I don't know. I don't follow any of that shit. Regardless, Jake has so much good stuff. I'm coughing, being a terrible fucking YouTuber. There is some good stuff coming, very amazing stuff. I hope you all are excited for it as I am, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.